stay for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. With Greg and David Aldridge is staying.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Lillard in at the 1. Reggie played over a decade in the NBA. Barton finds Morris.
Get outside.
Harris outside. And the pass to Malone. From the arc. And it's Junior with the rebound. And Junior, coming into the NBA from college ball, wasn't the top recruit from his class, Greg, but he showed what he can do.
Junior had some fantastic performances during his college career. Nobody was quite sure where he would land in the draft. This team's convinced that he can be a factor in the NBA. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Morris with the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's
the mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
They've got Trevor Ariza. Collins is out there with Ewing. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The open shot by Malone. And it's Portland with the rebound. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Pass to Trent. Another shot. Here's Junior. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Oh, he shows some patience with that pump fake. Junior can beat opponents in a number of different ways.
And this, the first action for Junior in the NBA. A lot, Greg, to like about the future for this young player.
All the hard work and grind that Junior's put in his whole life, it's all led to this moment. Without a doubt, this is something he'll never forget.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Malone. And Murray subbed in for Gary Harris. Passes it to Murray. Launches it. And another miss by Denver. Portland leading by 18. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table.
Trent passes to Rowe. He kicks it to Ariza. Barton against Ewing. 5 on the clock. Fires it up. That misses off the backboard. The Nuggets trail by 18. On the wing, Morris. Martin the bounce pass. Plumlee with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's Barton with the drive. And the rejection by Collins.
This is the defense Collins brings to the table. Excellent at knowing when to go after buckets.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense in no time.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the trail.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. Portland making a change here. Junior's checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Plumlee comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Gary Harris. Murray finds Jokic. Murray against Lillard. And it's Murray, that time on the assist from Porter. Murray's got 15.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
So out there for the Nuggets right now. Murray out there with Morris. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter at the small forward.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Morris passes to Plumlee. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Porter against Hood. Back to Plumlee. Pass to Murray. And the wide open shot for Morris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists tonight.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
The Nuggets trail by 21 and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Wasted no time on that one. Porter's got 6 here in this quarter.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Lillard falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense. And it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Oh, yeah, it's getting to the lack of communication, the lack of trust.
Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Ewing. Junior's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Greg Jr., as you know, taken in this year's draft. He didn't last long on the board, and this team jumped on the chance to draft him.
There are a lot of high upside players in the draft, but none more so than Junior. He's an athletic monster and could end up being the best player of this class.
Murray kicks to Porter. Morris looking over the floor. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
What's up?
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports.
Hey, good to see you.
Good game last night.
All right, fellas, let's get to work. Congrats on the win, but we have a lot of work to do if we want to keep it up. Let's stay focused in practice today. We have got to find a way to create more scoring opportunities in transition. Today, we're going to work on being more efficient at running our breaks.
on, man. You got it!
Keep it going. Get your head in the game. One more, one more.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Get mine. Hey, set one right here. Set one. Give me that. Foul. I see him. Hit it.
Man, I can't even watch this.
Now that we're done, get out there and put up some shots.
Hey, I'm the 2K MC, and I'm here to present your top plays of the week. October is here, and the top plays are dropping like leaves. Let's see what you've got. Tipping things off with JXZ.
Looking down upon the Tower Bridge spanning the Sacramento River here in the capital of California. It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, Kevin and guys, the NBA is a shoe culture, and none is more...
Thanks, David. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Anthony. He's out there with Nurkic. Damian Lillard out there with Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the 2. And for the Kings, Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They've worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set, or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the off right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the off season on that challenge.
The season never really ends. Just 2 to shoot. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Rowe. Portland moving the ball around. Holmes against Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
At 7 feet tall, Whiteside is always a threat for the high percentage dunk.
Kings leading now by 12. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bogdanovic inside, and there it is for him. Bogdanovic has got 7 points in the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Rowe, and the rejection by Holmes. Wallace outside. Bogdanovic with it, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one's swatted.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Just 4 seconds left here in the opening quarter. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Kings ahead. They lead by 14. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing when it comes to developing his leadership.
I think it comes from being in a big family, you know, as a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Kings to be in. What do you guys think?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Damian Lillard. Whiteside is out there with Hazonia. Then it's Ewing, and it's Rowe in at the point guard position. Lillard outside. The putback, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, it's 7'1", and with the type of length that Whiteside has in terms of his vertical reach, so hard to stop on the inside.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way. But they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Sacramento leading by 11. Outside, Bogdanovich. Now, here's Bielitsa. Hazonia defending. And Bielitsa kicks to Holmes. Back to Bielitsa. Pass to Bogdanovich. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Trailblazers trail by 11. Pass to Hazonia. Over to the left wing. Off target from three-point range. Look at the last game for Sacramento. It was a win against Phoenix.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, it never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Clock is at 3. Bogdanovich. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
Well, Bogdanovich, we saw a little bit of this during the All-Star weekend. He can play with a little bit of flair. And you know he's confident when he starts to show those signs.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Well, in that one.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been some changes for Sacramento. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bagley. And Bielitsa in for Harrison Barnes. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Junior comes in for Hood. Here's Ewing. Sacramento grabs the miss. That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there. Jabari Parker. And it's Holmes in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
And De'Aaron Fox, one of those hyper-athletic point guards, but still more slight of build than a Westbrook or in their primes John Wall, Derrick Rose. Do you think he needs to get stronger?
Well, I think that's a great question, and you could take it two ways. Yes, physically, and yes, mentally. I mean, he's getting a ton of minutes in the early part of his career, and De'Aaron Fox is learning how to be a better leader. So the answer, does he need to get stronger? He is.
And seeing Junior out there again, I was impressed with his time on the floor in his debut. Showed that he could pick his spots and contribute to this team.
Junior did not miss a beat when he came into the game, did he, Greg? Exactly the debut this team was hoping to see from him. Goes up on the wing. Here's Whiteside, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Whiteside's got 9.
Well, adding ways to score into the paint, Whiteside continues to develop a more refined post game with better footwork each year.
Here's Wallace. And Ewing with the block. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Well, Bielitsa is a weapon because of his efficiency from out there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Hazonia. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. And the Kings making a change here. Len's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Zach Collins checked in for Whiteside. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Kings. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. That one drops for him.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Here's Wallace. He's got 6. Tipped away. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Rowe. And he lays it up and in. He has 6.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
46 seconds left to play in the third. The 3 from Bogdanovich. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And now here's Hazonia. He's covered by Bielitsa.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The pass to Bogdanovich. The 3 ball. Sinks the triple. Bogdanovich has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Sacramento.
Pretty smooth screen and roll there. Got to be up on Bogdanovich.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a huge lead at the... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he...
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Alex Len. Bogdanovich comes in for Barnes. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Corey Joseph. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Ewing, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. Ewing can't hit. Sacramento's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Fox is double. Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Kings.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for De'Aaron Fox.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
It's good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here. Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Bazemore. Back to Joseph. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. That's good from Joseph on the assist by Bazemore.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
To the middle. So it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.
What I do?
Great game.